Hey, this is Deepak here, and welcome to this video on B2C lead generation. In this course on lead generation mastery, we had a look at B2B lead generation concepts until now. And before that, we also had some basics of lead generation, such as probability theory and law of large numbers. In B2B lead generation, we had a look at different tools that can help you generate B2B leads directly. And then we had a look at different tools that can help you reach out to these leads. So these tools are going to help you even when you are just starting out as a B2C business, because you don't want to set up an entire funnel and try to attract traffic into that funnel using paid and organic methods, even before you have created the proof of concept. So that being said, when it comes to both B2B and B2C lead generation, you need to create a funnel to really scale up your lead generation. And the concepts that we are going to discuss in this video and in this module is going to apply to B2C lead generation. But when your B2B business scales up, you can apply the same B2C methods to B2B as well. And I'm going to show you how the funnel works, and you will end up understanding how B2B businesses can also adopt the same funnel. And that's why here you can see that I have kind of put B2B and B2C in the image, and many of these things will kind of overlap, and B2B concepts can be applied to B2C and B2C concepts can be applied to B2B. So if you are an agency or a freelancer, or if you are looking for a job, the B2B methods of lead generation is going to give you instant results. But with B2C, what we are basically doing is that we are building up a machine which will start attracting leads. And to give you an analogy, imagine that there are people in a village and this village needs water. And there is a person who says that, hey, I will bring water from the well and you pay me for the water. So this person goes ahead and picks up a lot of water from the well, which is, let's say, 1 kilometer away from the village. And this person delivers the water to the village. So this person is able to bring 10 buckets of water a day. And when the demand for the water increases, this person has a lot of employees, and these employees also go ahead and fetch the water along with him, and all of them bring the water to the village. So now the total amount of water supply has increased. So if you consider this analogy and put it into lead generation, and that's how B2B lead generation works, right? You end up trying to generate as many leads as possible by harvesting the contact details from various sources. And if you are running out of time to do it yourself, you will probably have someone else do it for you. And you can have a few employees who will do lead generation for you. And you can even go ahead and use tools which will generate leads for you in bulk. But this is still like, trying to fetch the water from the well using buckets and always bringing it here. But let's say there is another person in the village who is an entrepreneur and he wants to scale things up. So instead of trying to, get even more people to fetch the water in buckets, and instead of trying to give the entire product for a cheaper price, what he is doing is that he is building a pipeline and he is putting a motor near the well. The motor is sucking the water from inside the well and it feeds it into the pipeline. And then there is a tank in the village which fills up the entire water, and people can just get the water from the tank, and there will be a meter on how much water is taken from the tank, and he will charge people according to that. So now this second person who has kind of built a pipeline and an automation system for getting the water from the well and giving it to the village, he would take a lot more time to set up this pipeline, right? And he would not make money immediately like the other person who started fetching the water from the well immediately using the buckets. He's going to take some time. For that, he is going to need some investment in terms of time, energy, and money. But once the pipeline is set up, the water is coming continuously from the well through a motor, and the water is being delivered here to the village people automatically. And that is the analogy that I want you to think about when you are thinking about B2C lead generation and creating a funnel for B2C leads. And this funnel is going to be the machine, just like the pipeline is going to draw water from the well and deliver it to the village automatically. Once you create a funnel for your B2C lead generation activities, then you are basically having a machine, you are having a system which is going to attract leads automatically into the system. It is going to nurture the leads, it's going to filter the leads without you having to do any manual work, and it is going to segregate the hot leads for you, and it is going to remove the uninterested leads, people who unsubscribe from your system, and then it is going to keep aside the cold leads, and the warm leads and hot leads are given to you separately. So what you are going to do is you are going to build a machine. But even before building this machine, the B2B lead generation concepts are important for you to get the proof of concept right. Because if you don't know who your customers are, and if you are building a machine to go ahead and try to get these customers, then it's not going to work, right? If you suspect that a village needs water, and if you go ahead and try to fetch water from the well and give it to them, and if they buy it, only then you can go ahead and buy a pipeline to see that there is a demand that is existing there. Imagine that there is a good water supply directly in the village itself, without you having to fetch water from outside. And if you end up buying a system and creating a pipeline for it, then what if people don't need it? So similarly, a lot of people end up investing a lot into creating a funnel. They will create websites, they will create an email list, they will create a lead magnet, they will create a drip marketing funnel, but they might end up doing it for an audience which might not exist out there. So that is why, whether you are selling an information product, whether you are a freelancer, whether you are an agency, whether you are doing affiliate marketing, it is important to first get the proof of concept right by trying to reach out to people directly and see how people respond to it. And then once you know that there are a lot of people like that out there, and instead of going ahead and picking all the leads by yourself, you are basically creating a machine which will attract the leads to you, so that you can suck up all the leads, just like the pipeline would suck up all the water. So that is the analogy that I wanted to give you, and I hope you can understand how this entire thing works. And looking at this particular chart again, where we talked about the B2C, B2B spectrum, we are basically putting the marker here. So we are somewhere towards the center, where you are looking at B2C products which are higher priced, and then you are also looking at B2B products which are lower priced. So if you go all the way to the right end of the spectrum, where you have like an enterprise product and you are generating leads via tools that I have showed you in the previous videos, and if you are reaching out to them automatically, then you are not going to require a lead generation funnel, because those prospects are not going to necessarily come into the funnel and engage with your funnel. In the left end of the spectrum, if you have a very low priced B2C product, such as a notebook or a pen or a candy or a toothbrush or a toothpaste, any of those FMCG products which are very simple products, very low priced, then you don't need lead generation for that also. When you need lead generation is when you are falling inside the funnel zone. And the funnel zone is an overlap between higher priced B2C products and lower priced B2B products. So let's assume you have higher priced B2C products such as appliances, automobile, real estate. These products have longer sales cycles, and the buying decision cannot be done immediately. So you cannot just expect the sales to come in once you do branding and marketing and once you advertise. People will have questions about a product if they want to buy it, and they would want a salesperson to clear their doubts. For example, if someone is buying an automobile or a home, then he would want to get in touch with a salesperson. So here the marketing is generating the leads and the sales is going to close the leads. And similarly, when you look at lower priced B2B products, such as let's say SaaS products, online tools cost anywhere between 5,000 to 10,000 rupees a month, or around $100 to $200 a month. And these software tools also cannot be sold just by marketing or advertising. People need to go ahead and give out their contact details, and people need to experience the software like a free trial. And then there is some kind of sales effort that is needed to convert these prospects into customers. So these sales efforts can be mass sales efforts, such as a copywriting sales page, or it could be webinar sales, or it could be one-on-one sales as well. And without those one-on-one sales, people will not be able to convert the prospects into customers. So we are basically going to look into the funnel zone. So we are going to leave out all the high-end B2B and enterprise segments, such as let's say software, or you have some big equipment or machinery that you are selling it to high-end businesses, those things will not come into the funnel zone. And we are going to build a lead generation and conversion funnel for the center area, which has an overlap between B2C and B2B. And I want you to understand this very clearly, because if you are in a business which is like an FMCG product, which is very low end consumer goods, then you are not going to really make use of the lead generation concepts that we are going to discuss in this lead generation mastery course. And if you are someone who is going to lie on the right end of the spectrum, where you are having very high end solutions, enterprise solutions, and even if you are having something like a high end digital marketing agency where you take in clients at a minimum of $2,000 a month retainer fee, then for you also it is not going to be really required to create a lead generation funnel. Your entire marketing and lead generation strategy depends on where you fit into the funnel, and where you fit into this particular spectrum, right? That's where you need to actually build the funnel. So I hope this concept is clear, and I hope you are able to fit yourself in this spectrum and you understand where you fall in this spectrum. And if you are a digital marketing agency who is going to provide digital marketing services to other companies, then you also need to understand this, because you are probably going to create a funnel for them and you are probably going to generate leads for them. So even though you might not use the funnel yourself to get clients, you might want to understand this funnel methodology to get customers and clients for your clients, right? So that's all for this video about how we are entering the B2C lead generation area and how we are creating the funnel. And in the next video, I will show you how the exact funnel works. It's called the CATT funnel, which stands for Content, Attention, Trust, Transaction. And I will see you in the next video right now.